These are my note cards. Choosing to serve your country is always a noble and patriotic decision. But who is protecting those who protect us? In 2002, at the very young age, 18 years old, I was serving my country at a military intelligence battalion in Hawaii. While there, I met a lot of people who became like my family. It isn't uncommon for those who have served in the military to form a very close brotherhood with one another. One soldier in particular that was in our friend group was known for frequently talking to himself. We often joke with him that his first name, his last name, and Jig, the nickname that we had given him, were three different people. It wasn't uncommon to see Jig alone, arguing with himself, asking himself questions and answering them, or even loudly laughing at the jokes that he had told himself. Our commander had a very bad habit of being extremely cruel to Jig and would often pick on him. One afternoon, at the end of business formation, our motor pool sergeant drove over to the battalion, and he happened to spot Jig pacing back and forth. And he looked very upset, as if he'd been crying. Just as the sergeant pulled into the parking lot, Jig pulled a weapon out of his pocket and he took off sprinting towards the battalion building. The sergeant got to Jig just in time before Jig made it inside. Jig had claimed that he just wanted to scare the commander into leaving him alone. Jig ended up in the mental hospital, where they diagnosed him with severe depression and psychosis, and he was medically chaptered out of the military for mental illnesses. Although Jig had been on multiple deployments, he was left with absolutely nothing. He ended up committing suicide not long after he was chaptered out of the military. The truth is, all the signs were there. They had been for a long time. We never said anything before because we always thought that he was joking around with us, and we just thought it was something to laugh about. Freedom is not free. Every American today can enjoy the luxuries of liberty because the veterans before us have risked and even sacrificed their lives for our freedom to do so. And often, those harsh military experiences take a very heavy toll on our troops. Not only am I a veteran, but my father is a veteran, my grandfather is a veteran, several of my aunts and uncles are veterans, and I have a multitude of friends who are veterans. Today, I'm going to tell you about a very serious topic. I'm going to tell you about a silent but very real crisis that many veterans are struggling with. Today, I'm going to tell you about mental illness, how veterans are losing the war against mental illness, and some of the things and ways we can do and help with these issues. What is mental illness exactly? According to American Psychiatric Association in August 2018, mental illnesses are health conditions involving changes in emotion, thinking, and behaviors, or a combination of all three. Those suffering from a mental illness often display warning signs. And according to New Roads Behavioral Health of April 2018, the 5 warning signs that are most common of mental illness are long-lasting sadness or irritability, extremely high and low moods, excessive fear, worry, or anxiety, social withdrawal, and dramatic changes in eating and sleeping habits. Many veterans are battling the silent war with mental illness. According to the most recent statistics from the U.S. Census Bureau, there are over 18 million veterans in the United States, and that does not even include those that are on active duty. And furthermore, according to the National Council of Behavioral Health in 2020, more than 30% of veterans have a mental health condition requiring treatment, and less than 50% of those veterans in need actually receive help. Also, the 2019 Military Times states veterans are 1.5 times more likely to die by suicide than Americans who have never served in the military at all. For female veterans, the risk factor increases to 2.2 times more likely. You may be thinking to yourself, I'm not a veteran. Should I even care about this? The answer is yes, you absolutely should care. The preamble of our Constitution states, written by Gouverneur Morris in 1787, says, "We, the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice to ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of our liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." We all have the ability to change these statistics. Reach out to veterans who are suffering in silence and encourage those who are reluctant to seek help. Show our veterans that they are not alone. Know how to recognize and respond to the signs of mental illness. Our government needs to mandate a more thorough mental health evaluation and make treatment options more readily available to those who need it. Today, I have told you what mental illness is, how veterans are in crisis struggling with mental illness, and what are some of the things that we can do to help with these issues. In conclusion, if you see something, say something. Don't wait until it's too late. Speak up. Help a veteran. Help save a life today. If you're a veteran or you know a veteran who's in struggle with mental illness and needs the Veterans Crisis Line, the number is 1-800-273-8255. Thank you.